So if I think 12 is going to work, let's see. I'll create a polygon primitive cube. I'll make its width 12 units. I'll make its height 4 units and its depth 3 units. And let's see what we get. Okay, so not quite what I wanted. So let's make some adjustments here. I'm left mousing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's what I thought I was going to get. It looks like it's a little thick, so I'm going to change that to 2. And as far as the height, not quite big enough, so let's change that to 6. How about 8? That feels a little better. Maybe 12. Okay. Nah, it's too much. 10, sorry. There we go. All right, now right now I don't have any subdivisions here. And I need quite a few if I'm going to get this to create a arch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the subdivision width, and I'm going to change that by left mouse scrolling on the number. Okay, so I've got 12, and now I'm going to go and I want to bend this, so I'm going to go to deform, nonlinear, bend. Okay, by default that green line represents how the deformer is going to work. So if I hit the letter T for the transform tool, see the deformer's bending it in this direction. I don't want to do that. So I can go back to bend and set the curvature to 0. And with the deformer selected, say E to rotate it, and I can say, well, I need to rotate it this way, which what would be, try to get just the blue. There you go. So I can see that one axis. Watch right here in my channel box. As I move that one blue or Z axis, I can see the value. So change that to 90. And again, I'll hit T. And now it's bending. Still not quite the right direction. I need it to bend in this way. So that would be the Y axis. And I'll tell you what, in case you don't realize why it's the y-axis, let's click on it again, say E, and really you're just gonna have to trust me, it's the y-axis. And I'm gonna make sure I have the bend handle selected. I'm gonna rotate to Y 90, and now say T, and now I have my bend working. So I need to adjust this a little further. The problem is if I move, I'm going to double click on this word in the outliner to make cube arch, so I know I'm done with the arch there. If I move the arch, it moves independent of the bend deformer. So what I'd like to do, I'm going to undo that by saying Command Z twice, is keep this relationship. So I'm going to select the left mouse, the bend handle. I'm going to press down on the middle mouse, which gives me that little plus symbol, and drag on top of the word arch. So now arch is the parent, bend handle is the child. If I move the parent, the child comes with me. Okay, so now it's a matter of saying, how do I adjust this to more accurately give me the result I want? So I'm going to click the bend handle. One thing I can do is I can make my bounds a little less extreme, my upper and lower bounds. Those are the values in here. It says low bound, high bound. And I guess to make it symmetrical, it would be make the most sense to match these. So one would be in the negative axis, one would be in the positive. Now we have a perfect symmetrical, really arch now. I mean, this is actually the pedicles and the llaminae. It's not really an arch, but that's just one. The arch is a way of really talking about the entire thing. So the lamina would be this back portion, the posterior portion, and the pedicles would be the closer to the body. Okay, so that's how we make our arch. Now, if you want, you may want to adjust this a little more. It's probably got to come up a little bit. And looking at it now, I would still say my height is just a little extreme. So let's see if I can adjust that height to, let's say, 8. And maybe just 9. That's about the way I see that. Can examine it in the perspective window and get a better thing. Now I have already made a spinous process and transverse processes. They were based on another arch, but I can adjust them so that they fit with this one.